Hello and welcome to the Fit5Body Virtual Bootcamp. I just want to take some time to tell you about the bootcamp that we have that will be starting in April. So just so that everyone has some information, because we have had a lot of questions, so I just wanted to give a short presentation on what it involves so you can get a good idea of what you'll be signing up for. So my name is Dr. Jeannie Asante, and I am the founder of the Fit5Body system that will allow you to get fit and feel good about yourself, as well as losing weight and keeping it off. Quite a few of you would have already been members of the Fit Jeannie Facebook fan page. So welcome and thank you for taking the time to just listen in to what we have starting in a few days. So what you see on the screen actually is a picture of what you will get. You will get, as well as getting this online, so it is a virtual boot camp, but as well as getting the information that I'm going to talk about online, you will also receive this information in the mail. So if you prefer, or if it's easier for you, you will get CDs of the talks that we have, the training calls. You'll get the books, the different bonuses that we have as well. So you'll have those in your hand, shipped to you as soon as you sign up and we're ready to start. So the virtual bootcamp is for you if you're looking to break through your weight loss plateau, if you're stuck and the weight isn't shifting. We can make sure that if you just follow what we teach you, you can, within the first week, you can get going. So we're looking to shift those stubborn pounds, but also if you're someone who is at a loss as to where to start, you're frustrated, you don't know what to do, year in, year out, you find yourself at the same place, this is the place for you. We will start with 6 weeks, but whether it's 5 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, we will get you there. It's a journey. It's not going to happen immediately. But our goal is to make sure that you get to where you want to be. One meal, one workout, and 1 pound at a time. So as most of, everyone knows, at the start of the year, you have the best intentions to lose the weight that you've been trying to lose. So you'll join a gym and sign up for a new diet program. And then in most cases, after 1 month, you fall off the health and fitness club. You get discouraged. We know that, you form a habit. It takes 21 to 28 days to form a habit, but you have to stick at it as well. I mean, that's the start, but once you fall off, depending, on different reasons, it's hard to get back on, and that's what we're here for. You may overeat once, things don't go as planned. You'll find excuses. Those excuses could be, life, juggling, what you have to do at home, juggling with what you have to do at work, but also, just stress. And in the winter, in the fall and the winter, you might fall sick with the flu. Different things will just cause you to fall off, and you get discouraged, and you feel that you'll never succeed. But we're here to show you that it can happen. We have examples of people, succeeding over the years. So it's just time to just make sure that we have more people, and you can join us and be one of them as well. So in this boot camp, our goal is to make sure you get off that dieting roller coaster where, every month it's a new challenge. What our goal is that even though you may have a new challenge, it's not the same one. You're going to the next level. So you will have lost the 10 to 20 pounds that you want to lose on the boot camp. And when the next challenge comes, for the next month, it's a new goal. It's the next one, not the very same. So we're going to help you overcome that frustration, because to you feel that nothing is working, and we're going to show you how to have a better relationship with food. So many times, like for so many of us, we are a slave to food. Food controls our every hour, and it's a vicious cycle. You overeat, you have the guilt, and then you eat to compensate. And what we're here to do is to just take away that control and flip it so that you have control over what you eat. And we'll also work to make sure that you understand what foods are best for your body, because one size doesn't fit all. And we do talk about, for example, the fact that Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig, they're all very good systems. What tends to happen, though, is you get to a plateau and you go for a weigh-in and you find that you're not losing any more weight. You're stuck. And that's discouraging in itself, right? And that's why, a lot of people may stop. But what we do is based on, we do an evaluation when you start. So we will be able to know, well, we take a look at what you're eating, for example, and know that maybe even though white rice is okay for some, it might not be that for you. And the same with brown rice. So we look at alternatives, and the same with dairy. So you may feel that, you're having Greek yogurt or you're having regular yogurt, Yoplait, and so you don't understand why you are not losing the weight. But you'll find that if you pay attention to your body, actually you don't feel as comfortable as you're assuming you do, because dairy is not your thing. Even though it was okay when you started, your body is readjusting. So we look at that and we help you to be able to understand and listen to your body, because our bodies do tell us what it needs, but we're just so caught up we tend not to listen. So we speak about that in detail, and I'll go in detail. By the end of it, you will realize that your relationships blossom and transform, because you have confidence, and those around you will notice that confidence. It is a life-changing event. We hear so many reports about obesity. For year on year, for the past 20 years, obesity is increased in kids as well. There's so many health issues as far as high blood pressure, diabetes, and low energy. So many of us are aware of low energy, especially if you're juggling work, family, and everything. And so we work to get rid of those issues. We do have clients who have got rid of those issues, being from morbidly obese to being healthy for the first time in their life. So we work to make sure that that's okay, so that you do feel better about yourself. Now, we do have, so it's a 6-week program, and each week, even though we go through the whole, we're going through making sure you work out and you check in, we do focus on one aspect each week, because we know the diets alone are not going to, give you the long-lasting effect that you're looking for, right, to get off the roller coaster. So for week 1, we tackle diet and nutrition. When you sign up, you will get the bonus, cookbook, as well as the 7-day kickstart, which is going to get you up and running within the first week. As soon as, before we get going, you are going, we're tailoring this for your success as soon as you start, and making it easy, because what we'll talk about as well is what is in that 7-day kickstart. We'll talk briefly in the first week about overcoming emotional eating and paying attention to the reason why we overeat. We'll address your relationship with sugar and alcohol. And I'm guilty. I love sugar. I've had an addiction to sugar for a long time. Luckily, I don't drink. Otherwise, I know that might be a problem too. And we give you, now this alone, the natural and healthy supplements that we recommend and suggest for you alone are worth, the whole course. Because for those of us who do have sugar addictions, it makes a difference, because if, say, you crave sugar and you have a candy bar, you have sweets, that's a couple of hundred to 400 or 500 calories a day that you will be able to overcome, and be able to make do with fruits and be okay with vegetables, and not get that need to snack once you've eaten. And it's totally healthy, but we do suggest you still consult your your primary care physician before you start that, even though they're natural supplements as well. On week 2, we look at the emotional barriers to weight loss. We learn how to deal with stress and how it affects your eating habits, where you will feel, after a meeting, which, happens to me, after a stressful meeting, I go straight to the candy bar. And over the years, I have learned to stop myself when I'm ready to go and think about why I need to go. So in the end, I don't have to depend on that. I know that, okay, I'm upset. I'm stressed, but I have other alternatives to dealing with that stress rather than depending on food. And so we pay attention to that, and we help you get through that as well. There's so many times, and I was there, where you will be able to have the confidence to work out or go to the gym by yourself. There was a time when I knew that, I might be able to go to the cardio machines, to go to the treadmill and the elliptical, where everybody else is. But there was no way I would go, with the way 24-hour fitness is laid out, there's no way I would head straight to the back to where the weights are, and, and the squat bench and everything is with the guys. But over time, I would go with my best friend, and I would go and I'd be confident enough to work out, do my workout and leave. But there are so many people who, first of all, are not confident to go there, but also feel that everyone who goes to the gym has to look a certain way. And that's not true, because even the people that you see who may look a certain way now, they didn't before. Everyone has their journey. And so it's understanding that, and understanding that this is your journey. And so even though you may not feel comfortable because of how you look, now, we work to make sure you do feel comfortable now, and you're there if the gym is your thing, of course, because not everybody likes the gym. So we have so many alternatives to working out as far as getting your resistance and cardio. But we do tackle that. We also deal with the effects of menopause. There are so many women who have said, when you ask what their issues are, it is the fact that in their 20s and 30s, they were able to eat what they wanted, be a bucket and eat what they wanted. But when, as soon as menopause hit, no matter what they do, the weight doesn't go. And so we tackle that as well, and just, work on putting a stop to the weight gain so that you can maintain and then move forward. Week 3, we talk about exercise. So there are so many people as well who, it could be because of the flu, different reasons. You won't go to the gym, for a week. Work, you have to work late. But what tends to happen is you don't go for a week, so then you don't go for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then, you haven't worked out for such a long time. And we try and put a stop to that, because that is why we don't succeed. It's like if you haven't gone for a week, life happens. We get you back on track without any guilt. You just keep going. And then we also, there is that myth that in order to exercise, you can't afford to exercise. But we do look at what is available to you. And you'll find that when you fill in the questionnaire that we send you, we look at what's available to you. We're not going to reinvent the wheel. Again, if you're not someone who goes to the gym and you hate that, we will look at what you have now. We'll look at what equipment you have at home, if that's what you want to do. Based on the weather, we'll look at whether you can just walk, because that makes such a difference. So we're not going to start you out with something that's daunting so that you don't last. We are looking for long-lasting solutions to what you're trying to achieve, right? Because it's a lifestyle change. It's not just so that, so many times people just lose the weight, get into that zone, lose the weight, and then get out of it because they've achieved that. And the consequences are dire because it comes back and more. We also work on fitting the workouts in a busy schedule. If, for example, you're someone who travels, it's important that that you can put resistance bands in your bag. There are so many alternatives that you can do if it means doing your push-ups, doing your sit-ups. That alone keeps your body toned. So we'll talk about that. And then getting help with being able to work out even if you have small kids and a full-time job, which has been my situation as well. And it's being able to work around that so that we reduce the excuses and the reasons why we don't do what we want to do. And then we'll work on targeting specific areas that you want to lose, just to make sure that you succeed. So we have everything covered. For week 4, we'll talk about accountability, and mainly accountability partners. And what's important is making sure that you have an accountability partner someone who will motivate you and keep you going. But not only that, we also have our private Facebook group that's growing, and people are encouraging, just to make sure that you can get going. But we also show you, because so many people, like for example, if you're a stay-at-home mom, you don't have, you don't go out to work out. All you have, you're just at home. So with whatever you have available to you, once you've got the kids off to school, off to daycare, however your day shapes out, you will find someone who'll be able to either set time with you, no matter where they are in the country, even long distance. That makes a difference. So we talk about that, and we talk about knowing yourself and what it is that you need from someone to be able to help you get that accountability, and being able to move on when your accountability partner is not helping you, right? Because that's discouraging as well. And you will also have daily access to me for motivation and support and personalized advice. Now again, I keep mentioning motivation. And that's important, that you have that to be able to continue with your weight loss goals. And we also have them, we have a mobile app and online fitness trackers that we're going to go into as well. So in week 6, by the time we get to the week 6 training call, we're assessing where you are, and answering any questions that we have from the past 5 weeks, and looking at how we can motivate you to move to the next level. Now let's talk about specifics, and then we'll get into the detail of the things that I've mentioned. So once you start, we'll send you a questionnaire. As soon as you sign up, you'll get that questionnaire, and it's so important that you fill out that questionnaire so that you can get your personalized. It's part of the step to get your personalized diet and workout plan, and you'll get access to our exclusive online forums. Now our online forums, as well as these bonuses that we're talking about, or I'll explain to you, there is so much you're going to get. You're going to get all these articles about weight loss. You're going to get, there's a bodybuilding course as well. So for basic, for women who are scared of that. So it's things that you can do to get you going, to eliminate that fear. You'll get the training calls, you'll get the transcripts, and you get so many recipes that I'll explain on the complete training system. Again, you're going to get partnership with participants. Over the years, I do have members who've been part of my group who today are friends, some of the 4 years, and they were accountability partners. So they are lasting relationships, through the ups and downs. That's how they met, and they're still going strong. So, that's what you're going to get, for the future, because it's a lifestyle, as I say. So you'll get recordings, and you'll get the transcripts, and you'll get this, as I said, you'll get the books and the CDs in the mail, and you can check into the forum at least 5 days a week. But that's not all. My goal is to give you everything that you need for weight loss, because that's what's important to me, to make sure you succeed. Main weight loss maximizers, and I think there are more than 5 now, I kept adding them on. You'll be able to track your food. Now, even before we start, this Fit Genie app is a free app, so you can download that now. As I'm speaking, you can download that now. If you have an Android, you can go to Google Play and enter Fit Genie. And on the App Store, if you have an iPhone or an iPad, you can enter Fit Genie. There's no spaces, and you can download it. And as you scroll along, on the first screen, you'll just see 4 tabs like weight loss, and an introduction on how to use it. And scroll across, because you'll see different tabs, videos and everything. So scroll across. There's a wealth of information, including being an explanation on what clean eating is, and as well as being able to print a grocery list. You're going to get the Kickstart eating plans as well, and a customized plan for you and your body type. So as I said, manage your weight loss using the Fit Genie app. So for those of you who've never heard of it before, go to Android or Apple, and you can download the app. And even if you have a BlackBerry or Windows phone, you'll have the access to that app as well on there if you look for it. And I'd mentioned before, this Jumpstart, you will get a suggested menu plan for 7 days. This is a start. As soon as you sign up, that's the first thing you're going to get. The menu includes jerk chicken, some grilled salmon. They're really good recipes because I like to eat. I don't feel that eating right should be torture. So I made sure that these recipes are healthy as well as tasty. So you will be able to get what you need, and you'll get information, every day to get you started. And so with that suggested menu, you have your grocery list, you have everything you need. So that alone is worth it, $47 value. Now the workout plans, you get these on the Fit5Body complete training system. So if, let's say you had a personal trainer, you had someone who would work out with you, an hour, let's say 3 times a week. That's excellent. So you'll be able to get your exercise. Now, what we realize though is it's not as intensive. So of course, kudos to all my personal trainers out there. Not everyone has a system for you. So when it comes to nutrition, you'll be on your own. I have personally had experiences where people that I know have gone with a trainer, and after working with me and having so much success, going for something else and then put the weight on, just totally messed up. But anyway, so if you pay $40 per hour per session, which is the norm and which is fine, what you're going to get here is you are going to get all that information. Once you sign up, once we have your questionnaire as well, you enter this information online. You'll get your ID and your password. You enter this information, and you can set up your workouts and your eating and your goals. And it's very comprehensive, and I'm excited about it. That's why it may seem like I'm even more. I'm so excited because it's so good, and it's fail-proof and foolproof. You'll be able to put in your weight loss goals that we're going to track. And what is key is that I will be able to also daily track with you. So you'll have, based on what you enter, based on your goals, based on your workout, cardio and resistance, and we'll work through those with you. You'll then get your nutrition plan, based on whether it's 1 to 2 pounds that you want to lose each week on average at a healthy weight loss. You'll be able to get that, and you'll get your plan for the week. And before you enter that too, another thing that's important, which is different from, and I do like Lose It and My Fitness Plan, those are good systems. But what you'd also get with this is you enter every food group that you don't want. So for me, I exclude dairy, I exclude certain grains because not everyone agrees with me. For example, all the information that you want, you can exclude those, and then you can add what you do want. So there are foods that you can say that yes, I do want to add this, that, or the other, Cheez-Its, whatever. That's up to you. And when it gets to printing your weekly menu, it will print what you want. Because as you know, you can go to Fat Secret, Calorie Count, Lose It. Even though you will get a diet plan, it's going to add food that you don't want, and you have to find substitutions. But with this one, from the offset, it will exclude foods you don't want to eat. So I think that that's excellent, and I don't know where you can get that actually. So going back, what is important is that you do have to enter your body composition, and then some of the forms as well. They need to be done, and then I work with you based on your experience and what you've done before as far as workouts. Now again, I stress, this is flexible. It's so flexible. It's based on, if working at home is your thing, then we'll work with that. And I do have an at-home workout guide. I have a couple of those, so you'll get those as well once you sign up. And just, as an example, $100 a month is what I usually charge my clients. But think about if you were to go to see a trainer, that could easily be $500 a month, where it's not as intense and monitored to make sure you succeed. Because one thing that I feel is not really honed in on is, in order to do what we're trying to do as far as weight loss, it is dedication. It is paying attention to detail. I am still, laid back about it, but there are some things that this is what you want to do, do it right once and for all, focus. And in the end, it still takes discipline, but it gets easier. Sometimes mentally, it gets easier to accept, and easier to be in the habit. So just to get you moving. For those of you who may not have access to a gym and you still want motivation, or even if you were working out at home, I am a certified P90X instructor. There are not that many of us in the country. So if you, for example, have your DVDs that you need to dust off, you can dust those off, and then we can work out. I have online classes, so that means all you need is a webcam and access to me, where I have my classes about 3 to 4 times a week, and spaces are limited as well. So you just have to make sure that you're committed to join. And with that webcam, I can see you, and you can see the folks in the class, and that's extra motivation as well. So again, with the additional bonuses, you'll be able to get the carb diet overview. You'll get that online and in the mail, and you'll also get the six-pack abs, which tells you about more. It homes in more on what to do to get that six-pack. Now it could be that 6 weeks is going to be a lot, is not long enough for you where you are right now to get the six-pack, but there is more information that'll help you get there. So to recap, we're going to make sure that you get everything that you need to succeed with the dream system. And when you do your math in the head with the things that I've mentioned already, that's a lot of information. So I'm going to, teach you to make this a cakewalk without the cake. It's healthy. So, it is, value for money. Based on what I've told you, with the Kickstart, you're looking at $47 for that. If I were to, send you, because that's nutrition for life as well, and education on what you do. The webinars are $150, when I just send those out to my clients. The ebooks are $194, because as I said, the first one is 350 recipes, that cater to what we're trying to do. Access to the online boot camp. If you were to do a 6-week boot camp, whether it was in person, very close to where you live, that, the average price is $199, and that's what I charge for in-person boot camps, and you can join me. And then the Fit5Body training system that I showed you, where you're going to get comprehensive analysis and the detail that you need to be able to succeed. That's $200, for 2 months. So going on, if you were, the normal price is $790. Now we're looking to make sure that we can start this week, and ending this week, just to make sure that we're prepared for summer. You only pay $197. So that's for 6 weeks. So think about what we spoke about. That's the Kickstart, the P90X boot camp, and just to stress as well, for the boot camp, you shouldn't be intimidated by it, because I will make sure that you succeed. We'll go with the weights that you want and everything at your pace, so you're going to be fine. So with the boot camp, the ebooks that you're going to get, the complete training system, those are it's $800 worth of bonuses. That's $197. Now, as I said, if you were to go to a gym right now and invest in yourself, invest in a trainer for a month, it will you'll be out of pocket by $500 at the very least. So we're just saying here to make sure that you succeed, and you have my commitment, and you do have a money back guarantee as well. So there's a 30-day money back guarantee, if so, you're covered by that. And if you want to break it down into payments, so you pay your first payment is $70, and then every 21 days you'll be billed twice, $70 every 21 days twice. So so the choice is yours to invest in yourself. We're going to carry on and succeed regardless. I would love to see you joining our boot camp, because what drives me is the success stories. So click on the link on the store /Fit5Body Virtual Bootcamp VBC. That's for the full price of $197, or you can choose the easy pay option, which is $70 in 3 payments. So I do look forward to seeing you. Now, time is of the essence. Again, it could be actually that I haven't changed it over, so it probably is on a different price, but it is going to go back up. So sign up now, because the doors will close at the beginning of the month. It's going to close, so we get ready for the summer. So please sign up now. Don't delay. The doors will close. We won't accept any more additions once that happens. So I look forward to working with you. Please email me at creativeminds@genie.com, creativeminds@geanie.com, and I'll answer any questions you have. Or visit us at the Fit Genie Facebook page, where we post several times a day and give encouragement. Thank you.